Breaking news, PHNX Cardinals podcast. We appear to have rookie numbers. This is your premier Arizona Cardinal podcast. Like and subscribe. Become a diehard. Go PHNX.com. We're going to talk Zay Jones in just a little bit. But before the show took place, we do have some clarity, albeit vague, on Twitter streets. I'm Johnny Venerable. He's Bo Brock. Damon Dog back behind the mic. Do we have rookie numbers specifically for Sweet Baby Marvin Harrison Jr. Bo Brock?
I believe we do. It's unconfirmed, right? This is via NFL jersey numbers at NFL_jersey_num, your go-to source for NFL jersey numbers. And they're saying Arizona Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. is wearing number 18, last assigned to BJ Ojulari. So the pass rusher, I'm looking at his, looking for an update as far as on the roster, the official roster, as far as what we have access to. Not seeing any of these numbies, Johnny, but we're seeing the entire rookie class basically represented with new numbers, new digits as they make their professional debuts later this week.
So BJ Ojulari was just seen at the Cardinals facility days ago working out with his teammates, repping 18. So if this is true, this means it got done over the course of the last, couple of days. We have speculated, as the fans of this podcast know, about what number is Marvin Harrison Jr. going to wear. Looks like we have a little bit more clarity on that. So maybe a fat check was cashed by BJ Ojulari to graciously hand over number 18, something that he took immense pride with, having worn that as an LSU Tiger. It's a big deal with LSU, but it's an even bigger deal, and we've argued this respectfully to BJ. This is marketing dollars not only for MHJ, but for the Arizona Cardinals. Everybody stands to benefit financially with Marvin Harrison Jr. wearing number 18. Ojulari benefits clearly from it. Marvin, obviously, the Arizona Cardinals, don't get it twisted. They wanted MHJ to get his college number. They want to put him on every media publication. They want to put him outside the State Farm Stadium. They want to put him all over the website, NFL Network, whatever. They want him in a recognizable number. The Cardinals red mirrors the red of Ohio State. We even joked about it last year at the uniform unveiling. It's like Ohio State 2.0. And now, presumably, based on this Twitter account that we feel like is somewhat legitimate, Marvin Harrison Jr. will have his college number. We're actually going to talk to his college coach later on in the show, Brian Hartline. But, I mean, it's a big deal because we've proclaimed it on this show. It's going to be the fastest selling jersey in the history of the Cardinal franchise over the last 20 plus years. A new jersey's become available. When it is, the Cardinals, their fan base, are going to eat it up, and rightfully so.
And we've got the jersey numbers, the digits for most of the rookie class, which we'll get to in a moment here. And as we said earlier, these are unconfirmed. The team hasn't come out and said, yes, those are indeed what numbers they'll be wearing. But this NFL jersey numbers account has been accurate. It's always been ahead of the game as far as getting jersey numbers before they're on the official roster. When you go to azcardinals.com, when you look at the roster in, the kind of back channel or behind the scenes rosters that we have access to right now, I don't see anything that confirms it, and they still do have BJ Ojulari as number 18. I don't see a new number for the second year pro out of LSU, but we'll see. I mean, when you look at BJ Ojulari, I noticed this when I was just checking his Instagram because the type of sleuth I am, he spells his handle with a 0.
Listen, somebody on this show, not named Bo or Damon, for the last 2 weeks, post-draft has been saying, give Ojulari 0. Respect to Zach Pascal, who, listen, his job might be in jeopardy here in the next couple of, I don't know, but Ojulari should have 0. Get it? Ojulari? That's awesome. An outside pass rusher with O? That's a great number. Assuming the pass rushers can wear it. I have no idea if they're able to. I think they can. I think single digits are fair game. So I think, again, it makes a lot of sense. Ojulari, fair or not, had he lit the world on fire as a rookie pass rusher, 12 sacks, was unbelievable, he'd have a greater case. But right now, and who knows, maybe he didn't make a stink about it. Maybe he's just like, yeah, that's cool. Let's work something out. Everybody's giving him love in the chat. They should drop a like on this video. I think Ojulari made the right decision for the greater good because his legacy now is going to be cemented with a new number, right? He does not, like, I couldn't tell you, Chandler Jones' college number. I couldn't tell you DeAndre Hopkins' college number. I couldn't tell you Larry Fitzgerald's college number. It's what you do in the NFL. And B.J. Ojulari had a slow start to his career last year. He's coming back from injury. He had a nice couple of games, over October, November, and then he kind of tailed off. Like, this is the pop year for BJ. Get a new number and rock it this year, and it's going to be cemented. Budda Baker, we talked about it, changed numbers 3 times. 36, 32, number 3, right? And everybody knows him now as number 3. Marvin Harrison Jr., as we've seen during his draft process, where he sat out the draft process, got ready for the season, special circumstances for special talent, special players. This is one of those instances. The Cardinals, give them credit, like, you had to get him 18. Kyler Murray had his college number. That made sense. Number 1, it's the same thing, if not more so. Marvin, it's the best thing for business for the Arizona Cardinals to secure 18 for Marvin, and kudos to Ojulari for making it happen, if this is true.
Right, and it seems like 8, he plays a special role in the Harrison family, right? As we mentioned, senior wore 8 at Syracuse when he made it to the NFL level, where receivers primarily wore 80s digits. He wore 88. And then, as you mentioned, Marv playing big-time college football at Ohio State was wearing number 18. And there wasn't a whole lot of options as far as 88 being retired by the Cardinals and 18 and 8 being retired by the Cardinals. And then really it was just 18. He was going to have to strike a deal. And
yeah.
I asked Marv in his post press conference availability. I said, have you made a decision on jersey number? He said, no. And I said, is that something that's important to you? And he basically said, we're working something out. Not so much as far as like striking a deal, but something was in the works at that time. So it's something that it does matter a little bit to him. And I'm sure that they want to continue, like he wants to carve out his own legacy, but also kind of honor his dad a little bit by keeping that 8 on his jersey number. And it's good. It's a good looking aesthetic. I mean, as far as the new uniforms, the icy whites, the home reds, the alternate blacks, they're all going to look great with the number 18 and Harrison Jr. on the back and him catching passes from Kyler Murray.
And this is the official uniform beat for anybody who questions that. Last year, we were on the new uni beat. This year, you got Bo Brock asking Marvin Harrison Jr. at the opening press conference, what number are you going to wear? What can we tell the audience? Because guess what? That's what people want to know. People can poo-poo that all they want. My co-host doesn't wear jerseys, but he's committed to the jersey beat, and I appreciate that.
For you.
Again,
I like a good-looking jersey. I do. I like a good-looking uniform. Who doesn't? You point me to a red-blooded American man or woman or anybody, and they say that they don't like a nice, good-looking uniform. I'm pointing you to a liar, probably, or somebody that needs some serious help. They need to live in a room with padded walls.
Listen, I'm going to shill for the Cardinals for a second. I love the white helmet, and I love their new jerseys. I love the all whites. I like the red a lot, and I like the black a lot. You put 18 on those white uniforms. If they're on the road week 1 and he's in the all whites with number 18, doesn't get much better. That's about as good as it gets outside of a dub for Arizona Cardinal fans. If you don't feel that right now, Cardinals have gone back to their roots, their heritage. They've got a clean look now. And then a year later, they've got presumably the best wide receiver come out of the draft in half a decade. So, all right. So Marvin's 18. Do we have some other number updates, Bulls?
He's working hard on it.
Okay.
He's working hard on it, but I think we've got the entire rookie class. And
that makes me feel better, not to interrupt you, about this account. If he or she's churning out the entire rookie class, that makes me feel better that it's legitimate. Do you agree with that?
I do. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this account miss. Right. I'm not saying like Desmond Ridder came onto the scene with the Cardinals and he's flipping out a Desmond Ridder number 9 jersey before anybody else had it. And I remember like he had the Dobbs jersey update. So pretty good work from the NFL jersey numbers account at NFL_jersey_num on Twitter for all you jersey number fiends out there. It pretty much, that's where you're going to scratch that itch on the bird here with the jersey numbers. One of the hosts on this show had correctly identified what number other first round pick Darius Robinson's going to wear. We'll unveil that in a bit.
Wow.
If you want to spoil it, you can go check out the account. They've posted, I think, all of the rookie class.
For somebody who hates wearing a jersey, you were grossly accurate with these rookie numbers. And I hate to give you props on this show. You nailed Darius Robinson's number. without even trying. So congratulations. That's nice work.
Thank you.
16 was a little easier for Max Melton. I'll spoil that one right there. K2 saying JV was holding the line for 18. I never want to be the guy that comes on the show and is like, give up your number. You're trash. You're not any good. Marvin gets your number. But like, it made fiscal sense for everybody involved for him to give it up. Yeah. Like, he is going to benefit financially. The Cardinals and Marvin are going to benefit financially. Like, it just, welcome to today's NFL. Like maybe 20 years ago, you'd figure something else out. Now it's like, no. Cardinals understand what they have. What they have is a potential golden goose of a player and a prospect. I mean, we talk about it. I'm so sick of opposing fans at State Farm Stadium. I'm sick of it. This is a step to decrease that. As crazy as that is, they haven't won a flipping game. They've got 8 wins in 2 years. 4 wins under JG last year. They were competitive as hell. You have to get star players. People want to come watch star players compete. They want to put their tickets down on Game Time, on their ticketing apps, and go watch MHJ. And aesthetically, getting his college number that people know is one of the most famous college players of the last half decade, that goes a step in the right direction. Now, you got to win games eventually. And hopefully that starts in August, September. But like, you can't tell me, this is an improving the game day experience. And people can say I'm overreacting. No chance. The Cardinals wanted this. I guarantee it.
Well, and you think about the history of this organization, right? Especially since it moved to the desert in the late 80s. Like, as far as 5 to 10 year runs of players that you could say, hey, I'm going to go buy that jersey and be proud to wear it. And it's not going to be a player that's going to be A, like a cap casualty, B, force his way out, or his production completely falls off a cliff. Like, how many guys, I mean, just thinking recent history, like probably Fitz, Patrick Peterson, and Pat Tillman are the only jerseys that you could buy and know that it's going to have some staying power as far as your ability to wear it proudly at State Farm Stadium. Otherwise, you're wearing, like, relative to the league, guys that were with this team, like Tyrann Mathieu, fan favorite. Everybody loved the Honey Badger, right? You get the number 32 jersey. One season he's got a torn ACL. The next season after that, he's got his extension that they cut him from, and he's wearing a Houston Texans jersey. Next thing you know it, you've got guys that they were bringing in late in their careers. Like, you're getting Adrian Peterson. Sure, it's a big name. Anybody got a 23 Adrian Peterson jersey? Probably not, right?
Gross.
But there wasn't, like, and especially when you had a general manager who had the inability to select brand name talent in the first round, or just talent in the first round. He just didn't have the ability to do it. And right off the bat, like, you're starting to see Monty Osfort in his second draft. He took some guys, and I think you're going to see some jerseys that people are going to probably go to the team shot and purchase and wear on their backs for the next couple of years.
Well, what's the common denominator of the group you just listed and why that's relevant? Homegrown talent that sticks around. That's how you make your mark with a jersey. Like the Watt jersey number 99, like everybody knew, hey, he signed a 3-year contract, 2-year contract. This has a shelf life, right? What made it difficult with Tyrann is he kept getting injured. You would assume that that's going to be the guy. I love Budda Baker. Nobody expected Budda to have this kind of Cardinal career. And you can pick up a 3 now, and it's going to age well, but you didn't know it at the time. Like, think about some of their first-round picks, like Michael Floyd, no second contract, right? I love DJ Humphries. You're not buying a 74 jersey unless, you're close with DJ. Kudos, if you can rock an offensive lineman jersey, kudos to you. But like the rest of the group, like Simmons, Zaven Collins, think back to Josh Rosen. I'm guilty of that. Like, it has been rough. The jersey game for this franchise, I say this 100% sincerity. I have probably had 50 plus DMs over the past 18 months that have said, what is a safe jersey to buy? I want to buy a jersey. I want to get one of the new jerseys. I don't know what to purchase. Should I just get a Fitz one? He never even wore this uniform, these new uniforms. People had no idea because Kyler coming into a season with a new coaching staff, hadn't played, off a torn ACL. People talking about Cardinals sitting him and drafting Caleb Williams, right? There was nobody safe last year. There's light at the end of the tunnel now. You want to be able, as an NFL fan, to rep a current player on this current uniform. I think we got like 5 guys to pick from right now that I think you're safe to do. Like Trey McBride, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. I think Michael Wilson's a very safe choice. I mean, is there anybody else that kind of fits that for the next at least like 4 to 6 years? Michael Wilson's going to be a contributor for the Cardinals for at least the next 3+ years, right?
Did you say sweet? Healthy. You said sweet baby Trey McBride? Did you say?
Yeah,
you did. Okay.
I mean, Kyler. I think Kyler's very safe. Trey McBride, Michael Wilson. Those are 4 that immediately come to mind. Anybody defensively that you feel like could fit that?
I mean, Boot is in his final year of his contract. Right. So, I mean, JT. I mean,
yeah.
Darius Robinson, probably
56. Yeah. 56 jersey.
Oh, you're just gonna drop that. Let's take a look at the other jersey numbers as Damon put in some hard work here. Max Melton, as he mentioned, 16. Wore that at Rutgers. Trey Benson, 33, doubles up on his number 3 in college. Rabbit, Dadrian Taylor Demerson wearing the 42. That's a good safety number. Like Ronnie Lott. How about Xavier Thomas, the pass rusher out of Clemson's 54? And as Johnny said, the other first-round pick out of Missouri, Darius Robinson, wearing 56. Good number for you, defensive line player, pass rusher.
Yeah, it's a good looking group. Like 56 to me. I mean, how many? I mean, Dante Stills wears 55. I'd love to see 55 and 56 play right next to each other on certain downs. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Melton, you projected that 16 aesthetically. That's a number 1 corner number. Benson, to me, I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably, and not to say don't buy somebody's jersey. I would wait on Benson's jersey until 2025. I think if Buda Baker and James Conner leave, number 1, Benson becomes RB1. They drafted and become RB1 eventually. You don't use a top 65 pick on a running back to be a backup forever. And then Benson was number 3 in college. So yeah. I think you're looking at that. That's Trey Benson's, Buda Baker's 36, where it's like, I'm gonna play teams, I'm gonna be a rotational guy, and then eventually I'm gonna get my single digit and I'm gonna be a fantasy darling. So yeah, those good looking numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I see Joshua saying 56 is mid, to be honest. I see Anthony saying kind of wish Darius wore another number. You mentioned James Conner, as we wished him a happy birthday. Our RB1 king is 29 this week, and he's in his final year of his contract. He wears 6. That was the collegiate number of Darius Robinson. So maybe hold off on getting a D-Rob right out of the gates. But And I don't think that it's any mean the end of James Conner's career after this season. I think that they would love to potentially bring him back. But, as far as those positions go, the running back position, traditionally, once you hit the age of 30, production goes a direction most NFL teams don't really like to deal with.
Yeah, and I don't want to turn this into they're not re-signing Buda, they're not re-signing James, but like if people listen, buy James and Buda jerseys because they're great players. But if you're looking at we're looking at the rookie class, Marvin and Melton to me stand out as the 2. Like, okay, those are top 50 picks, and obviously Marvin's the top 5 pick. Like those seem pretty safe. I don't see Max Melton, if he can play, changing uniforms
right
anytime. Like 16 is a really nice CB1, CB2 number for a player that didn't he rep 16 at Rutgers?
Yeah. And then like Robinson's like 56. Lawrence Taylor wore 56.
That's a good number.
It's a good number for a pass rusher. Looks good in the uniform.
It does. He's a big man. I can't wait to watch him play.
He's a big, menacing man on the field. Let's take a look at a couple of these other ones. So
yeah,
you got Isaiah Adams, 3rd-round pick out of Illinois. You got Christian Jones, 5th-round pick out of Texas. So Adams is 74, the old DJ Humphreys number. Christian Jones wearing 75. Tajon Palmer wearing 83, Greg Dortch's old number. And the jersey that Johnny's going to buy, Tip Raymond, number 87. What do you think? You gonna get it? You gonna wear it on Sundays?
No, but that's a nice aesthetic tight end number. That usually means receiving, blocking tight end. I mean, listen, 85 is where my eyes are going to go, but if 87 becomes a good player, that's awesome. 89, 87, not 88, but that's good. At least it's not in in the 40s. Tip Raymond with a 40 something number would be rough. That would be like hey, I'm just here to do one thing, and that's block. 87 gives me some hope, as superficial as it is, that he's going to catch some passes. I really like Christian Jones, 75. It's a good-looking number for a player that at Texas was a stalwart on their offensive line. Like, that's not a throwaway number by any means. Yeah, it's a nice group. And here's the thing. No shade at the players that were remaining. When the Cardinals need talent and you make 12 picks, there's going to be a lot of good jerseys numbers up for grabs because they've circled a lot of guys in and out over the last 12 months. They made 12 draft picks and 2 trade backs for a reason within this class last month. They did so because they needed an infusion of talent. So now it's like, hopefully in conjunction with last year's group, like, of course, we associate Michael Wilson with 14 now, Paris with his number. Now we look at this rookie class and it's like, these are the players we're going to get to know, hopefully, for the next half decade plus. It's a good group, and I'm anxious to see them on the field come Friday.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Now we're on BJ Ojulari number watch the rest of the way. And look, as far as the reports from Jordan Schultz, it might actually, shed some light on what number Ojulari could wear.
It was a slow news day until it wasn't. Andy in the chat saying, I don't see anywhere saying MHJ got number 18. I just searched the web. How about the dark web? How about the Instagram web? Let's turn our attention to that. Marvin Harrison Jr. on his Instagram, Bo. There it is in all its glory.
Oh, look at that thing. That's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's the most beautiful thing these eyes have ever seen.
I've got 2 framed photos of my kids' birth announcements. That might go next to them. We're very fortunate on this blessed day on May 7th on a Tuesday, getting this visual right now. You're seeing live on PHNX Cardinals, the all red Marvin Harrison Jr., number 18. The bag has been secured. Again, big thank you to BJ Ojulari. Selflessness. That's what Gannon and Austin were talking about. Egoless. BJ Ojulari is now, if he wasn't already, a fan favorite with Arizona Cardinal fans. Marvin Harrison Jr.
All the sacrifices that have been made. Matt Prater missing that one, but 2 kicks in the regular season finale to keep the Cardinals 4th overall in the draft, right? You had Damon holding the line, Johnny just bullying you, verbally abusing you, saying you eat Skittles and Pepsi for dinner. Yeah, every day on this damn show.
Showing up
like, why is that being brought up? That's not relevant to this. I'm not turning this into a negative.
About the sacrifices that were made, damn it. And then BJ Ojulari, people say immediately when they connect the dots, Marv to AZ, the next thing they connect is, somebody's got 18. You better give that up, BJ. And he had to take unnecessary flack for it. But at the end of the day, made the necessary sacrifice for this fan base to be happy.
Let's see it one more time, Damon. For the folks at home.
Just keep it up all show.
Yeah, I think no one wants to see my fat face. Let's look at this. Marvin Harrison Jr., number 18 for the Arizona Cardinals. Say it out loud. It's happened. It's official. People are asking, did he sign his contract with the NFLPAs? He signed his player contract. I don't know. Here's what I do know. In 48 hours' time, he's going to be at the building on Thursday. And in 72 hours' time, he'll be on the practice field repping 18 with Tua's brother. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Throwing him passes of Tua's cousin that they signed to be a camp arm. Marvin Harrison Jr., though, will be on display on Friday, rocking the red and white, number 18. Get the Canton bus ready. Just do it now. Let's just start getting to work on that. Can we not?
I mean, as much as you're just celebrating MHJ and his arrival, just the ricochet shot, like just the disrespect to his brother.
He calls him to his brother and then immediately changes it to his cousin.
What is it? Is it his cousin? His brother? I'm
his brother.
Okay. Do we not say, though, they were going to get a camp arm to throw these rookies? It came out today. Tua's brothers coming to throw it. Hey, can you show some passes to
Seattle? He was just in Seattle. He's already making his life on the road as a camp arm.
How about Adonis? We need a moment of silence for all the hold the line members that died for the cause.
We lost a lot of good men and women. We really did. But it was for a worthy cause.
It was.
Bring the boys home. Bring the men and women home.
I really would compare it to like Normandy.
My God.
Not do that.
Stop it.
People in the chat, I'm getting emotional. I'm tearing up. Ozzy,
there has
no
to be an
disrespect.
expiration date where we can make jokes about stuff.
You
Come
can't.
on.
Ozzy in the chat. This is like something I would say on the
Our
show. No
producer,
disrespect.
The
No
opinions and
disrespect.
thoughts of our producer do not reflect those of the hosts on this show.
No disrespect.
This is a respectable podcast. We have Brian Hartline joining us here in a few moments, and we think that there's some sort of like we've got an expiration date on one of the worst battles in the history of the world.
I'm hoping that the demo of this show just doesn't know what that is, and we can just bypass it. I didn't pay attention during social studies. Ozzy, no disrespect to his brother. He's trash.
Yeah.
No disrespect, though. This show's gone officially off the rails. And that's people get emotional. MHJ, the jersey. It's available. Is it available to purchase yet? Nothing yet. AZ Cardinals.
I was looking at Fanatics.
Well, Fanatics might have to wait a hot second. But
Yeah.
like, if I wanted to, could I drive over to the West Valley today, go to the team store and get this? I know the team store is probably not open, but like, will the team store have this available this week, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Go and you just go and get it. You just go buy his jersey this week at the team store. It's pretty tempting for a lot of people.
Word for it. I have no idea.
Stop telling.
I cover a team. I'm just guessing.
Are we getting to Brian today?
Are we getting?
We had 9 super chats to read.
Yeah, let's get to it real quick.
Okay, Cardi D, $2. Ready for my Tuesday dosage of the Cards Best Show. Well, Cardi, thank you for that pre-show super chat. We're hoping you're enjoying this breaking news just like the rest of us, Bo.
How about Charlie Sinclair, a resident Chargers fan? LA Chargers versus Arizona. I lose. Got to wear MHJ jersey. If Johnny gets the L, you get a Lambo. You have to wear the old kicker Lambo jersey. Is that what? Is that it?
I'll be in a Marv jersey. Thank you, Charlie. Joel, $4.99. Bidwell told BJ he'll get free lunch at the facility to give up 18.
It's a good deal. It's a pretty good deal.
BJ, you want this tuna fish sandwich for free? Guess what? Just give up your number.
Day, get a little soda too.
How about
Dre? $1.99. Trey is shutting down the report of his number.
Yeah, there were people saying that on Twitter that the numbers weren't legitimate and Trey didn't know, but I think Trey maybe put in for a number he didn't know he got it. And
Trey Benson?
Yeah. And the rumor account had it before he did, that's not uncommon. Like, as crazy as that sounds, like players hear things secondhand on Twitter all the time. But it's official now. We know. I mean, Marv being 18, give a credit to that Twitter account. They had it first. Yeah. Charlie Sinclair, $1.99. Bo, you gonna wear an MHJ jersey?
There's nothing that people want to see than my late 30s out of shape body sporting the jersey of a just absolute specimen in Marvin Harrison Jr.
Bo only wears PHNX Locker gear and red tuxedos.
That's right.
There's no in between. He doesn't wear anything else.
Nothing else. No other drip outside of PHNX Locker merchandise drip.
Topic 64, front of the program, $4.99. Zay Jones can only elevate us more. Non-producers beware. How about that? Listen, he makes the team better. And if they're not going to be hampered financially, Bo, then why not do it? I mean, competition's good, and if he wants to come in here and compete, but again, I think he's got more visits lined up. I don't think the contract's been signed by any means.
Right. No, it's not a done deal. How about back-to-back super chats? $4.99 from Topic 64. I've read 4 articles today about James Conner and the Cowboys. Yeah.
We had some. We were going to bury Pro Football Network. We're going to have to do that.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to get to Heartline? We could push Heartline to tomorrow.
Let's do Heartline tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's just keep talking about the jersey. Drew White, $2. Love Michael Wilson, but he hasn't proven that he can stay healthy. He would tell you that. But I think, and I'm not being like, I'm trying to be objective when I say this. I think Michael Wilson's ceiling is infinitely higher than Zay Jones. Like, just full transparency. Zay Jones at 29. Like, have we seen Zay Jones' best year, his peak year 2 years ago? Like, I think Michael Wilson could have 1,000 yards receiving this year. Zay Jones has never done that. Like, that's full transparency. Like, I believe wholeheartedly. And I think a lot of NFL people would tell you that. You watch Michael Wilson against Seattle and San Francisco in his division, dominate, put up really good performances. Like, and again, he did some of that with Joshua Dobbs this year. I think Michael Wilson has a higher ceiling than Zay Jones.
Yeah, Zay Jones, he had a couple flashes, right? His rookie year in Buffalo, and then most recently in 2022 in Jacksonville. But I think that the ceiling is higher for a Michael Wilson for sure.
And then lastly, Illadre $4.99. That jersey is more beautiful than pictures of the Mona Lisa. 100%. Like, that's my art. That's the art.
Mona Lisa's mid compared to that.
Mid.com for sure.